Hey, what's up? Is there a frog in your throat? Something, Final Fantasy VII, hello. This is a nightmare. So, we're coming in hot on this episode because my intent is simple. I wanted to learn another enemy skill that was not too far out from where we were just at. This one being called Toad Frog Tune, at least in this translation. These frogs, they have the ability to cast both Toad and Sleep on you. So, the whole purpose was just get hit by it. It's a single target spell, so it takes a little bit longer to do it, and obviously putting everyone to sleep means we just kind of have to sit here. It's a pain in the ass. Just kind of have to keep cycling this until we're allowed to do something cool again. Just kind of waiting for it to wear off so we can actually get a hit in. I considered like just opening here so I could at least give context of what we're doing in here. Sadly, doing the intro didn't give me enough time to murder this guy, but don't worry, we're on our way. Oh, nice, you're a grown man again. Dude, he just turned back and you immediately, like, hyper fixate on it. I'm gonna be honest, that's disrespectful as hell. I'm like, he just got out of it. We just got himself free. Okay, we're finally out. Let's go! Frog Day! Okay, much better. Okay, I'm so tired of enemy skill. Can we be done? it's gonna help us out a lot, but even I have my limits. Yeah, we got Toad Frog Tune on you, and we got it on you as well. So, very, very useful. Frog Song's gonna help us out in terms of, like, you know, roading people. So it toggles Frog and Sleep on one target. 100% rate, it looks like, on it. So, the original enemy that they called for it, which is these little frogs, are for some reason called Touch Me? In the original, I don't know what's going on with that translation, where they're just like, even when you're like, you're localizing, you're just like, I'm looking at a frog, I think we're just gonna call it Touch Me. They're like, that's a little weird. Just a little schweird, in my opinion. Just saying. I'd rather not do any of that, personally. I would have picked something else. But hey. Whatever. They got the game done. That should be all that matters. Now we got some sort of a waterfall there, but we have a crossover point right here. Let's check that out. Canyon area. Okay, we definitely don't go there yet. I'm pretty sure that's direct main story progress, so. Alright, let's clear them out. Show them our delicious breath, perhaps. Alright, you did your swing. Can you get over it? I'm in that mode again where I'm just like, you guys stand no chance. Why even do a turn, honestly? Alright, let's see if I can find my way here. I'm so bad at pathfinding in the damn game. Ah, here we go. Check this out. That who's up for dinner now? Alright, speed them along to their death. Oh. Let's see, I wanted to see what was up here. Anything? Nah, nothing. I guess we could head to the... Yeah, we could head down here. I like the idea they're like, Cloud, there's enemies outside. Okay, let me park real quick. Hold on. All right, we're good. All right, let's get to let's get to killing them, I guess. Good work. Now hold on, let's park. Looks like no one's here. Let's come back later. Oh, okay. Nothing to do with that guy yet. Nothing to do with anything over here. My mistake. Okay, well, KZ's dumb as hell, so I will see you in a second when I figure out where I'm going. Hey, what's up? This is what happens when you start an episode when you woke up like an hour ago. I'm stupid. The fork in the road where we fought the Turks. There was a right path. I never took that one. Let's see what we got over here. Check out the wreckage. Ah, the theme of evil Shinra stuff. We love that. We healed up. We are not. I don't think anything would be much worse than the Turks we just fought, but, you know. Always good to be prepared, possibly. Holy shit, that's a giant dinosaur. Okay, cool. Hitting me with a wheelie wham. I think this is one of the few enemies that I was shocked they did not put into the remake games yet. Here's hoping they find some way to justify this thing existing in Part 3. It's not like they're afraid of doing goofy stuff, has been once established. A ruined Mako reactor. There's Song and Scarlet. It's Scarlet. She's the director of Shinra's Advanced Weapon Division. Huh, another disappointment. Shoddy reactor, shoddy materia. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. We can cross this one off the list. I'm not just looking for any old materia. They need to be big, strong enough to power the ultimate weapon. Magnus materia for my magnum opus. I'm afraid I've never seen any like that, but I'll begin searching right away. If you be so kind, just a few is all it would take to make my dream a reality. A delightful prospect. With Hojo gone, the Advanced Weaponry Division will be inundated with funding. I can barely contain my jealousy. Though even if we managed to make the perfect weapon, I doubt that Oaf Heidegger would know how to use it. Oh, you'll have to excuse me, I forgot he's your boss. Let's go. Big, powerful Magnus materia. The ultimate weapon. So what is Shinra plotting this time? I feel like there's some vehicles you can generally trust, like planes, trains, automobiles. Helicopters, no. Even before Kobe Bryant died, I was like, I don't know about these. There's something shiny back here. I'll reach a hand in. Titan materia, let's go! Let's get ourselves another summon. You got Shiva. You're running Ifrit and the other one. And you're running Rama. Oh man, we got a lot in here. I'm be honest, Chocomog don't really matter that much comparatively. Let's bust in Titan. Oh, I thought that was a pathway or an escalator down there. It's definitely not. Alright, let's go back south. Hey, what's up, big guy? Alright, let's see Titan. Whoa! Hey, what's up, big man? Oh god, help! Not bad, this should clean it up. A nice little poison upgrade. Let's see. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anywhere we can go from here, so back we go. I'll admit, the encounter rate kind of rough today. Kind of rough today. It's alright, we'll just run. Running is faster than going through all the animations. Yeah, let's take the other side of the fork here. Here we go. Couple options. First up, you. Death Blow materia. Death Blow sounds cool. Enables the Death Blow command. Well, does say what it does on the 10, I guess. I don't really have a slot worth popping it in with at the moment. Everything here is kind of critical. I mean, I guess I could drop Shiva for it. Why not? Where's this go? Ah, it's a full-on exit. Let's try the other route now. Because it looked like there were two places I could go from west here on the fork. Okay, those are giant bugs with 3 heads. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I don't like it. It's a mutant. It's horrible. And it's like icky and yucky and bad and bad and bad. And can you fucking leave? Let me leave. You fucking dicks. Just... I don't have anger problems. I just think they should be dead. Here we are, finally. When the Mako reactor exploded 3 years ago, my husband. People really need Mako reactors to live? Aren't there more important things in life? Yeah. Like burritos and pizza. Ah. Oh, there's the exploded reactor we saw. Eh, can I help you? I'd like to buy some accessories. Always keeping the options open here. Headband, prevents sleep, blind, poison, spirit up by 10, prevents frog and mini. Fury ring, starts battle with berserk active. Befuddlement, time, cleansing, and transformation. Befuddlement. Wondering what I should end up picking up here. Definitely want at least one time materia. So, honestly, I'll pick one up. One of these, yeah. That should help. The ability to just cast time magic's too good, I think. Honestly, we should probably give it to Cloud. Yeah, I'll drop Death Blow for it. Granted, Mighty Guard does the same purpose, but it's nice to just have as many options as we can. A traveler, huh? With that glow in your eyes. You're a soldier, aren't you? My goodness, it's true. You wouldn't happen to know our son, would you? Zach's his name. He couldn't stand being in the country anymore, so he went to go live in the city. That was nearly 10 years ago. Just up and left one day. Said he was going to become a soldier. That ring a bell? Know any Zachs and soldier? No, can't say I do. Zach. Do you know him, young lady? Come to think of it, he mentioned getting a girlfriend in a letter. Must have been 6 or 7 years ago. Man, the 6-7 has been ruined. You know, years from now, people are gonna be like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it." Anyway, Aerith. You sure you never met anyone named that? Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, it's a big organization. You know what I mean? It's not. You know, sometimes you just don't end up running into everybody. Let's see here. What you got? You here to shop? Yeah, I'll buy some items. What you got? High potions. Okay, more importantly, let's see. Status healing items. Cures mini. Let's go ahead and buy some of that. Cures frog. I basically need just the status items that we don't have access to yet because, you know, want to make sure that I'm not in a point where I just have to wait out every status effect that I'm thrown with. It just does not feel good whenever you're in that position. What else do we got in this place? Need something? I'd like to stay the night. 80 gil a room. Alright, what do you got in the box? X potion. Cool. So we had some decent luck picking up some stuff in this town. Oh, more treasure. A white megaphone. Ah, that's a Ketchi weapon. This is the village of Gungaga. We lost a lot of people years back in a Mako reactor explosion. That's great. Starting to notice that a lot of these Mako reactors they install next to towns just blow up. At least this one, they didn't deem it necessary to kill everyone. Ah. I am one step out of the town. They're immediately like, get their ass. The time has come. It's one frog. Oh, thank you. I was starting to become so bored. I think I was going to actually die in real life. All right. Next up. All right, we seem to have done all we can out here in Gongaga. Alright, let's head across here like we were initially going to, but I want to make sure we hit up this area first. Head here toward the canyons. Alright, let's see. Let's pop a save real quick, because there are some unfortunate things that can happen coming up. Alright, turn it around. Okay, we got a building up here. Alright, so we're gonna park it coming up here because of reasons. There's a way that the game can screw you out of another Fort Condor fight, and as you know, I love doing them, but I given how nice, how I hype them up all the time and complain about them incessantly. But you know how it is. I think I accidentally just fucking cast a spell on us. No, just misread the room. We're fine. No, definitely did. Definitely just electrocuted the shit out of Aerith. My bad. This is what happens when they have the left-right thing. They want to catch you. They want to catch you stupid. Okay, park the car, and we will make our way to town on foot. If we don't do it like this, we actually cannot do the next Fort Condor scenario, so. Let's see. Oh my. Now this is a town. Cosmo Canyon. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. Nanaki, you're safe. You should go and pay your respects to fellow Bugenhagen. Nanaki. Okay, well, everybody's got a home, I guess. Welcome to Cosmo Canyon. You familiar with our Vale? Not really. Let me tell you a little about it. People from all across the globe gather here in pursuit of the teachings of planetology. This is incredible. I've always wanted to come to Cosmo Canyon. However, I'm afraid we're currently at capacity. I can't allow you to enter. Aw. You can let them through. They helped me out a teensy bit back on the road. They're good people, I promise. Is that so? Well, even if the aid you rendered was minor, we're in your debt for taking care of Nanaki. Please enter. It's always good to have an inn. Who's this Nanaki you keep talking about? Well, Nanaki is Nanaki. That's his name. Yeah, we've kind of been referring to him by his Shinra slave name, so a little awkward. It's okay. He's kind of like reclaiming it, I guess. Something like that. Look around a little bit. Got some bottles and stuff over here. I'm just happy to be on a map that doesn't give me random battles. We are free for the moment. Whoa. Please don't startle me like that. I nearly fell over the edge. Let's get some rails around this, I think. Probably a better idea. Don't need anybody dying, you know what I mean? Let's see. So this is Cosmo Canyon. What a mystical place. Have you also come seeking the teachings? Not quite. Is that so? Not much else to see here otherwise. It seems to just be a nice spot. A shop if there ever was one. Looking for anything in particular? This is a general store. Okay, so nothing worth picking up. This always was one of the best tracks in the game, really just such a good atmosphere. Would I want to live here? Not necessarily, especially if my house involved a ladder that's this large. God forbid you get drunk and you die. A lot of easy ways to die in Cosmo Canyon, I'm coming to learn. Alright, let's take the stairs. This here's where I was... I mean, this Vale is where I was conceived. My tribe has long served as watchers of the Vale. guarding those who appreciate the beauty of the canyon and the majesty of the planet. But my mother, a valiant warrior, died in battle, and my father, a coward, fled to save himself, leaving me the sole living member of my tribe. A coward, Dad? Indeed, a shameful, rotten coward. And so the duty of watching this veil has fallen to me. My journey ends here. Tanaki, is that you, my boy? Have you really returned? Coming, Gramps. Good timing. We should take a break too. Got all sorts of stuff I want to look into. Tasty cocktails. Startlit pub. Feather soft bed. Soldier Inn. Please drop in. Just feet away from the Cosmo Candle. Okay. Well, it's good that they, like, marked everything. Tiger Lily's Arms Shop. Welcome in. The people of the Vale have a distaste for conflict. That's why almost all the weapons here are replicas. Don't worry. We got ones you can actually use, too. Butterfly Edge. Tiger Fang. A Vulcan Cannon. A Plumerose Rod. Yeah, it seems like we got some decent stuff that we can pick up here. I want to get this. Honestly, yeah, Butterfly Edge seems to be the one. Sure, we lose out on our double, but Double Linked can do some nice stuff for us. Do that for ice. Healing it. We don't need healing. If we're doing magnify, that's magnify. You have double mag. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, no, we'll want lightning. Yeah, we'll want lightning. So we'll do this, into this, into this, into Shiva. Nah, fuck it, Death Bluff, why not? Live a little. Alright. Upstairs? Yeah, we got a little cave in here. There was once a guy here who studied planetology. What he learned changed his whole worldview. He couldn't go on accepting the way things were, so he went to Midgar and formed Avalanche. There's more to the story, but I'm guessing you're not interested? Nah, keep going. In a manner of speaking, this place is where Avalanche was born. I always wanted to make it out here, just once at the very least, and now I finally have. So much has happened since those days. What's next? Next? How the hell am I supposed to know? Ain't no Avalanche anymore. Elder Hargo. Now, where'd I put it? I know it's buried around here somewhere. Some sort of item that he's missing. Alright, let's keep looking around. Yeah, let's keep rising up. See this gate? Fellow Bugenhagen sealed it shut, won't budge an inch. What'd he seal it with? Beats me. Some kind of super glue? Ah, big ass observatory. Ah, it's an old man floating on an orb. Classic. Cloud, this is Grandpa Boogan. He's incredible. Does practically everything. Ho ho ho! Thank you for looking after Nanaki. Even if only a bit. He's still but a boy, you see. Get it out, Gramps. Not child anymore. I'm 48. Oh, Nanagi here has a long life ahead of him. So those 48 years translate to about 15 or 16 in human terms. So he's just a teenager? But a silent and thoughtful one. Suppose he had you thinking he was a full-fledged adult. Gramps, I'm tired of being a kid. I want to grow up so I can protect you and everyone else in the Vale. That's why I... Oh, dear Nanaki, nothing good will come of trying to be something you aren't. To strive for that beyond one's reach is a sure recipe for ruin. You've seen the city of Mako, have you not? A monument built to snatch the very stars from the sky. Far from a good role model, I should think. Look only to the heavens, and you will forget your place on Earth. When the time comes for our planet to die, one fact will finally be clear. We know absolutely nothing. Die? Our planet? Oh, it may be tomorrow, it may be a century from now, but I should doubt it any longer. How could you possibly know that? Because I can hear the cries of the planets. That noise. The sounds of the stars in the heavens. Even as we speak, new planets are born while old ones die. What's that? Oh, those are sounds from our own planet. Screams. Surely you hear it. Her pain, her suffering. Cloud and his friends are on a journey, Gramps. They're trying to save the planet. How about it? Did you show him your special device? Oh, save the planet, eh? Such a feat is not possible. What could humans hope to do? But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give a demonstration. Fellow Bugenhagen. More strange visitors have arrived. It seems the whole place has gotten busy all of a sudden. Those must be the rest of Cloud's friends. I'll go join them. Oh, and Cloud, make sure to grab some of the others. Just 2, though. Gramps' device can only fit 4. There's no need to hurry. My device isn't going anywhere. Invite 2 of your compatriots. Okay. Let's see, this way, I guess. Yeah, to this hole. Yeah, let's see if we can find anybody. Oh god, where am I? I can't see. Oh, I'm up there. I'm like, where the hell am I on this nightmare of a location zoomed out? I hate getting lectured. Okay, let's get Aerith and Barrett, because Barrett was pretty interested. You wanted to learn about this, since this is how everything started for Avalanche. That and Aerith is really needy. She needs to be involved in something or she gets bored. In here, the door's unlocked. Oh ho, all accounted for? Then let us begin. I'll stand over there. Whoa. Nice digs. Wow, it's just like the real thing, right, Cloud? Oh, I suppose it is rather something. Welcome to my laboratory, my pride and joy. What you see here is a 3D hologram of the cosmos. All its patterns and movements have been programmed into my computer model. A shooting star. It's also beautiful. Oh, indeed it is. You could stand here all day taking it in, but we have pressing matters to discuss. Like all living things, every human must someday die. But what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. This much at least is widely understood. But what of the mind? The spirit? The soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. This is true not only for man, the same can be said of all life on the planet, no, in the universe. All souls return to their planet. There they merge and intertwine as a river, circling the star they call home. It is a cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. And it is with spiritual energy that is key to everything. Every new life, every child born receives the blessing of this energy as it comes into the world. And then in time, death comes and returns that spiritual energy to the planet. There are, of course, exceptions, but this cycle is, for the most part, how our world works. I've said much and quickly. Perhaps a demonstration will help you understand it all better. Spiritual energy is the fountain from which all life springs, trees, birds, humans. But it does more than simply sustain living organisms. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. Now, what if that essence were ever to be entirely depleted? What would happen then? These are the basic principles of planetology. So if all that spiritual energy were to be stolen away, the planet would die. Oh, spiritual energy can play its role only so long as it remains in nature's flow. When it's siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. You're talking about Mako. Minute by minute, Mako reactors suck spiritual energy up from the Earth and deplete the planet's reserve. The energy is then condensed into an outrageous degree before being piped out to consumers. The so-called Mako people use and discard every day is in fact the planet's lifeblood. In other words, the only promise Mako has to offer is our planet's doom. Yeah, seems pretty succinct. Bit sobering. The planet. Those who once lived alongside her. There's still much to learn. If you'd like to know more, then seek out the elders here in the Vale. What's funny is I believe electricity does exist without Mako energy, so it's just really, they're like using, you know, Shinra's basically abusing it. It's like, you know, it's not like a situation where, oh, we stop Mako, no one's gonna have electricity anymore even. They could find other ways to do it. They can do stuff the old-fashioned way. Get back into doing, like, I don't know, digging for, like, oil or, like, coal or something. Sure, that's also, from an environmental standpoint, you know, also not great, but significantly better than what we have here. Which is, what we have here is sucking up the literal soul of the planet and just immediately killing it. Tough position to be in. Ah, there's the rest of the crew. Taking it hard, I see. Hey, Cloud. Bonfires are kind of funny, huh? They make you remember all sorts of things. Cloud, 5 years ago. No. Never mind, I'm afraid to ask. What is it? It feels like you're about to go somewhere far away. You really are you, right? Bit of thing to say. Cosmo Canyon, the birthplace of Avalanche. Me and the crew had a promise, you know. We promised that someday, when we'd save the planet from Shinra, we'd go to Cosmo Canyon and celebrate. Biggs, Wedge, Jesse. They're all gone now. They gave their lives protecting this planet. Hell, is that even true? What we did, was it really for the sake of the planet? Maybe we just did it. Maybe I just did it because I hated Shinra. The things I've done, do I deserve to keep going on this journey? Those three, will they ever forgive me? I got no idea, but there's one thing I do know. If there's anything I can do to save the planet, save the people living on it, then I'm gonna do it. It don't matter if it's for justice, revenge, or anything else. Let people think what they want. What matters is that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fight. This ain't the end, it's a new beginning. Avalanche is born again. What a boring place, just like I thought. Let's go somewhere else. Let's hunt materia. This is what happens when you have like a fucking young teen with ADHD. It's sure been a while since I did something like this. Jeez, bringing back all kinds of memories. Aerith is also important enough that we sit down for the extended dialogue. I've learned so much here. The elders really taught me a lot. About the Cetra, about the Promised Land. I'm all alone. There's no one else. But I'm here with you. Just saying. Of course I know, but the Cetra, I'm the only one left of them. Can't we help you, though? Okay, she's feeling some type of way. How about you, dog? Here we go. Feels like ages ago. Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again. No. I shouldn't talk about that stuff. What's wrong? It's just hard to talk about my parents. Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like I'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, there's nothing but anger in my heart. So then, you still haven't forgiven him. Why would I? He left Mom to die. When the Gi invaded, he ran away on his own. He abandoned Mom and everyone else in the Vale. Follow me, Nanaki. There's something I wish to show you. Huh? The place we're going is rather dangerous. Cloud, why don't you and one of your companions accompany us? Yeah, well, it's Red's hometown, so he gets a little bit of action, I see. Bring in Barrett. They're kind of tight. I do like how as soon as you reach Cosmo Canyon, you can even tell through the dialogue that Red XIII stops fronting his more seasoned old man style that he has here. Not to give too much away in terms of like the remake stuff, but it does end up retaining that, and a lot of people tended to have a bit of an issue with it, mainly just in terms of voice, but it is what the original was always about. Alright, sadly, we don't have a lot of great options here for him. I'd have to, like, strip out some other stuff. I'd have to PHS in, I think. Let's see here. So, at this point, I believe we have unlocked the next Fort Condor battle. Which seems insane, right? Like you do all of this, and that's when you go do it. It's, like, specifically right here. But, you know, that's the benefit of these types of things. Now, if you go up to Fort Condor with your buggy at this point, it breaks down. So the only way for you to actually do this is to park it before you get there, and then you head out. Because otherwise you will miss it. So I'm gonna head on over to Fort Condor, and we're gonna knock it out. I'll see you likely when I've mostly finished it. And then we'll keep going. I'm honestly shocked. We did it yet again. I killed 2 enemies. That's it. There were 2 enemies this time. It was... This strat's so perfect. I love it. I love trivializing bad minigames. Well done. Shinra will be back. Make sure to check in from time to time. We ended with 11 units still standing. There's your $2,200. Anyway, this might prove useful. 5 high potions. Gonna be honest, that fucking sucks. That's pretty bad. But, whatever. How's it going with you? No movement for Shinra on this point. I want to go ahead and donate to you right now. Let's see. Tell us what troops we can hire until the enemies. How do we... We got 23k. We need 3k per battle. How much you'd be willing to donate? I'm gonna give you about 5k. I'll come back with more later. Alright, next up, we can't help you right now. And I think we are set. Okay, so Fort Condor, battle number 5 done. The strat of grabbing a dude, going down, putting another dude, and then spamming it so that we can immediately fight them at the very front. And then you just kind of dive bomb with a couple enemies is great. It helps that they put shitty enemies at the start. The other fight was a little harder. I had to kill 3 enemies. So a wyvern came in, but then you could just spawn directly in front a random shooter unit, and then you can just blow their brains out. So it was all worth it. A minigame that takes a collective 3 minutes to complete that required me to go across the second continent to the edge of it, to sail back to the first continent, to then travel all the way across that continent to get over here to do this. Great news! We have another battle of this coming up later. What a fucking nightmare. Alright, let me get back to Cosmo Canyon. Alright, we're back in Cosmo Canyon now. Let's go see what Bugenhagen wanted. Come on, let's move this mic a little bit. There we go. Ah, the big sealed door, huh? Ho ho ho! All set, are we? Yup. Well then, shall we proceed? There we are. Now in you go. Huh? Aren't you gonna lead the way, Gramps? Me nonsense. Didn't I tell you it's dangerous in there? You really want an old man like me going first? No, I think I'll tag along behind. Okay. Hold on. There we go. I like hearing the music slowly, like, fade out the further we go down. Oh, it's getting a little green. check this out. Do not like the vibes here. Strangely shaped rock. Let's smash it. That was probably a bad idea. What the hell? Took the enemies by surprise. Oh, they're not that strong at least. Nice crit. I got Fury Ring on Cloud, so we're playing absolute meathead mode. He's got Berserk status, so I think he's just gonna be swinging all day, every day. Alright, smashing that rock didn't really do anything. Ah, we got snakes too. It's okay. We'll do a little bit of Hawk 2 aqua breath on that thing, and that'll help. Ah, nice magnify level up. Oh. What the hell? This place teems with the ghosts of the Ghee, departed souls whose owners were bested by a certain Watcher. Watcher? The hate-filled spirit of the Ghee were refused the life stream's embrace and persisted even in death. They have a long way to go. I guess that explains it. Evil spirits shouldn't really exist in the world of Final Fantasy VII, given that when things die, they return to the life stream. If they're, like, rejected here, they just become, like, floating spirits or whatever. Okay, the water's red. That's how you know things are scary. Don't want any of that smoke. Ah! Okay, we were slip sliding and getting horribly stabbed. And these guys are, like, actively bulkier than I thought they were going to be. Oh, nice. You learned Doom. Well, how about that? I wasn't even trying to do any of the enemy skill stuff, and yet here we are. Here we are enjoying its benefits. Doom, a little too annoying to, like, really utilize. I mean, it takes a little bit too long, so I don't imagine I'll end up using it, but it's cool to say that I got it. Is how I'd say it. Can this get us that materia that was on the previous screen? Because that's all I really am caring about. Yes! Added effect. Okay. Added effect is blue. Imbues your weapon with the linked materia status. So it would be a status-related materia that I would pair this with. So I guess if I paired it with, say, time, I could maybe get slow as an effect on something. But we could also pair it with one of the many other good ones that we have. I was gonna say, don't we have a poison of some sort? We do, but I think it's on somebody else. Oh god, I'm killing the menus right now. Hold on. Yeah, give me my ice back. Alright, that's something to consider later. Give ourselves like a poison blade or a slow blade or anything like that would be nice. Alright. Let's be careful on this, like, slippery goop. Okay, there's no way to go up from here. Just nuke them. Wow. Hey, first time hitting the big level 30. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I think I'll end our episode here. We've gotten a decent amount done, but we definitely won't be able to finish this section without going way over our usual time, so I will leave that for our next episode. Next time we will continue to venture into this Cave of the Gi to see what Bugenhagen wants us to see or whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Here's hoping there's no more Fort Condor for a while. Don't worry, I checked ahead. It's happening again next episode. God, I hate my life! Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, well, hit the button that says you liked it. Maybe drop a comment, perhaps subscribe if you haven't. New videos coming out every other day, except when I forget for an extended period because I have to remake the credits like now. You can join the Patreon, by the way. Patreon.com/KZExcellent. If you pledge, your name gets to be in the credits of every single one of these videos. And if you pledge $25 or more, you get a special shout out like these people right now. Special shoutouts go to Hero567890, David Gleberman, USDSD, Juicefrost, Chris C, and WTF Spider-Man. Alright, let's get out of here.